Stave Vede Sangapada Kramopanishadaihi Gayantiyam Samagaha Yana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidusura suragana Yaya tasmai namah. Now after, this seventh chapter, where you saw those concepts very clearly explained by Krishna, where, as he promised in the beginning, Samagram mam yatha jnasyasi tatha srunu. Here Arjuna, as you shall know me complete. Now listen to that. And very beautifully, as you saw, explained that one who yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. One who sees me everywhere and see everything in me. In other words, one who sees himself yo atmanam sarvabhutesu, sarvabhutastham atmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani. One who sees himself everywhere and sees everything in himself. Thus this change of words, the same concept, yet from the standpoint of individual, from the standpoint of the total. Make it very clear, that is the whole crux of the teaching, where you don't imagine something is everywhere. If you can know whether you are imagining or you are seeing from the simple statement, when you say, He is everywhere, the truth is everywhere. Are you included? Is it an all-inclusive vision? Or you standing apart, seeing, trying to comprehend something all-inclusive? It cannot be all-inclusive if it doesn't include you. You can't say God is everywhere if you are not included. So for the lesser mind, God is somewhere, He is somewhere. Very easy to grasp. So most people are comfortable with that idea. I am a limited person, mortal, miserable. God is supreme, somewhere. So I have to please Him. That pleases ordinary mind. But when you see the concept of Ishvara, the totality, the macrocosm, Vyashti, individual, cannot stand apart from samashti. Finite cannot stand away from infinity. Understand that this is not some type of philosophical speculation. It must be yours. You must see it very clearly. Changing the words, whether to truth, Atma, or Brahman, Ishvara, anything you like. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. One who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, meaning himself included in that vision. Or sarvabhutastham atmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani. Atmanam sarvabhutastham. Sees himself who is in all the beings, and all the beings in himself. Consciousness. If you look from the standpoint of your body is part of the totality. When you see from the standpoint of consciousness, the whole total physical existence, gross and subtle, existing in the self, the absolute. Individually, when you look at it, from the standpoint of my body, this body is included in this samashti, the creation. But from the standpoint of myself, the absolute, the creation is floating in me, in and through me. In and through the creation, I am existing. When you come to the standpoint of Ishvara, from the standpoint of his body, he alone is. Call it he, call it she, call it it, masculine, feminine, neuter, anything you like. And from the standpoint of the Brahman, the absolute, there is nothing other than it. So call it Brahman, call it Atma, call it Ishvara. Everything is all-inclusive. Nobody stands apart. If you see this, and I hope you recognize it clearly, then that verse that we are chanting every day, Yam Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Rudra, Yam Brahmendra, Rudra, Yam Brahma, Stunnvanti Divyaistave, to whom all the devatas worship. Then Shanga Pada Upanishadehi Gayanti Yam Samagaha. The Vedas sing whose glory. And Dhyana Avastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yogina. Yogis Dhyana Avastita Tadgatena Manasa. Being in meditation, with the mind totally lost in it. What they see, that's something yasya antam na viduhu sura asura ganaha, whose end is unknown to devatas, gods as well as demons, celestial as well as earthly beings, who is endless, beginningless. To him, namaskar. That's as you chant that, you must feel that oneness of it. So, that is the vision. The whole 7th chapter did that. Now, Bhagavan having revealed it very clearly, so that should be your basis. That is the foundation, that is the built-up. There is nothing more than that yet. He introduces a set of words, Brahma, that in the last chapter we saw that, introduced the word, and he again wants to explain it, reason. Every word must be so clear that it should not be just a word for you. It's just like when I say hibiscus, the meaning flashes. When I say a cow, the animal flashes. When I say Tiruvannamalai ashram, picture is clear. When you say aham, it must be clear. When you say Brahman, clear. Ishvara, clear. So every word is used now. So he uses those words again. Please read these verses, we shall see. Arjuna Vache Kim tad Brahma kim adhyatmam Kim karma purushottama Adibhutam cha kim proktam Adidaivam kim uchyate Adiyajna katham kotre Desmin madhusudana Prayana kale cha katham Genyosi niyatatmavi Sri Bhagavanu vache Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhodhyatmam uchyate Bhuta bhavodbhavakarah Visarga karma sangitah Sri Bhagavanuvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhodhyatma Muchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhavakarah Visarga Karma Sangita hai. See the beauty, how it flows into from 7th chapter to 8th chapter, where Bhagavan, last 2 verses of 7th chapter, we saw that Jara Marana Mokshaye Mamasritya Tantiye Te Brahma Tad Viddu Krishnam Adhyatmam Karma Chakilam Sadhibhutam Sadhidaivam Sadhiyagyam Chaye Vidu Prayana Kalepi Chamamte Vidu Yukta Chetasa. Hey Arjuna, those people, Jara Marana Mokshaya Mamasritya Yatanti. Ye, those, whoever they may be. Are you getting that? Those who, human beings, is a totally common pronoun. Ye, whoever they may be, doesn't matter. Man, okay. Woman, okay. Believer, okay. Non-believer, okay. Anything, ye. Those whoever they may be, those who want to, in order to get out of the jara marana mokshaya, in order to be free from the onslaught of the old age and death, meaning birth, growth, metamorphosis, then old age, vardhakya, jara, mrityu, death. Those who want to get out of it. Not only, listen please, not only for the body, but also this principle of birth and death, in between jara, old age and growth and all that, happens in every aspect of life. Are you getting that point, please? Not only your body is born, body is growing, body is changing, metamorphosed, body is changing, body is dying, but also even a relationship born, begins, relationship growing, relationship aging, relationship dying. Your interaction, your involvement with a school begins when a 4-year-old, first standard, go to first standard. Then for 5-7 years your association with the school is continuously growing. Now 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Father is transferred, dying. You are no more in that school. Another school. Again, 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, mother is transferred, again another school. 10th standard, another school. Then college. Changing. Your involvement with places. You are born in a village, stayed for 5 years, 10 years, then go to study somewhere. Finish that, go to another place, another place. Are you getting that point, please? Everywhere in life, the same principle is applied. The beauty of this teaching is you must be able to put this knowledge into every aspect of your life. Then only it is beautiful. Or else it is useless. Your prajna, your alertness, your understanding, your insight must be so clear that you shall put into every aspect of life. Not that in the classroom, Brahman, outside, rascal. It doesn't work. It must be complete. All, that is why vidya nashta, if it is kriyahinam. Vidya nashta, the knowledge is useless, kriyahinam, if it is not backed by action. Kriyahinam vidya nashta. Same thing, dhana nashta, if it is not enjoyed. Bhoga vihina. The wealth is a waste if it is not enjoyed. Because you keep 500 million, 500 million, 5 million also. You keep it and you die. Then what happens? The other fellows blow it up. What other fellows? Suppose by mistake you have not written it in somebody's name, the bank takes it. The banks become rich with thousands of unclaimed from the Rishikesh State Bank of India, millions of rupees goes back. Do you know why? Because many sadhus, before they become sadhu, they were either earning something. Many of them are like that. Some are from childhood, some are like this. But most of them, those who are hanging around there, are a little bit think they will have a bank balance also, but will not tell anybody. Because to say a sadhu has a bank balance is a taboo. Oh, you are not depending on God, you are depending on your money. So the person will not tell anybody that he has got a bank balance. And when he dies, nobody knows. No nominee. So unclaimed money from Rishikesh banks, millions goes back to Government of India. The person has kept it, doesn't it? So if the money is not enjoyed, that money is not money. Vidyahina, same the kriyahinam vidya nashta. The knowledge which is not used in life is useless. Because nobody, neither you are blessed nor anybody else is blessed. Rather, you are a bad advertisement for the knowledge. Suppose you talk about anger free, no kama, krodha, lobha, moha, big discourse. No kama, no krodha, no lobha, no madana, moha. Madana, mohana. See, people do that. Explanation is fantastic. You know why Krishna's name is Madan Mohan? Madan Mohan because Mada na. Moha, na mada, na moha. Therefore, Madan Mohan. Correct. Somebody can give that explanation. That's very good. But himself, Mada Moha, Muhammad, Moha, Mada. He is a Moha, he is a Mada. Now, what nonsense. It's horrible. Madana, Mohana. Who cares? If you are full of Moha, full of Mada, now what shall you call it? It is absolutely nonsense, understand? Na moha, na mada. So you must see that clearly. It is something, if you talk, whatever you say, first you must want to live it. L-I-V-E, not L-E-A-V-E. Whatever you talk, you must L-E-A-V-E easy. You can say something for somebody's sake, but not for your sake. That's a waste. Nobody will be benefited. But because what you, it's like you talk about it, it comes from your conviction. Because you can live it, therefore there will be full conviction when you talk about it. Suppose I say, mind is not a problem. For me, mind is not a problem. So if I say mind is not a problem, it will hit somebody. For me, mind is a problem. I say, oh, never mind. Never mind, but always for everything reacting. What is this never mind? Nobody will believe you. You see, you, very important, that's what. You become the teaching itself. Very clear. When you see that, let's say vidya, it must be kriya samyuktam. It must be with the, whatever you speak, that must be your life. So here, that's why Jara Marana Moksha, I was going to say that, Jara Marana Moksha does not mean associating it only with the body, physical growth, physical death. No, this will happen, this principle is everywhere you see. Everywhere. How much can I explain you? Every day it is happening. Every day, is it not Jara Moksha? Jara Marana? Day is born, day is grown. Now what? Youth of the day. Middle age, mid of the day. Afternoon, Vanaprastha time. Evening, day is dead. The day is dead. Beautiful Chanakya Niti very nicely says, the lamp puts on the light, the lamp put on the, what is the lamp does? Why do people like lamp? Because it spreads the light. What does the light eat? Darkness. Light eats away darkness. Because you put on the light, darkness is gone. So it's beautiful upama, beautiful imagery. When you put on the light, the darkness goes. So light is eating darkness. So when the lamp is burning, it eating the darkness. What does it produce? Black soot. It eats darkness, produces black soot. Okay? Same way. If you eat what? If you are angry, jealous, if that is the tablet you eat, that is the food you eat of emotion, what type of things will you produce? Anger, hatred, jealousy. So what do you consume? So important. That is why you must be able to, whatever you see, whatever you read, think, that idea must come into your life first. So you should be seeing it at all levels. Jara Marana Moksha. In a day, the class also, beginning 9 o'clock, birth, Janma. Now 20 minutes into the class, youth coming up, built up. First when I started, did I pick up such a built up? First I started, Om, slowly, baby. The class is beginning. Then after 10 minutes, by the time half an hour, 45 minutes, whoa. Then towards the end, all right, then, keep your eyes closed, back. Everything, in the food, you have started eating. Janma, Mrityu, eat. Then middle of the food, finish, almost half full. Then, stop, take more, no, why? Mrityu, the death of the hunger, finished. Every moment of life, therefore you cannot escape. So if you know this is the nature of things, will you be afraid of things when come to an end? Because if it doesn't end, something wrong with it. If it ends, natural. So you are a moksha now. That is why you are now moksha. Absolute freedom. You get in yourself. Same thing also. Please, you saw everything that I told you about the physical universe. Now go back to your own mind. Thoughts. Thoughts also. Janma, Jara, Mrityu. Your thought begins. Old age, meaning old age of the thought. The thought also starts aging. Doesn't have the same strength. First thought is a baby. Then you are very, very strong. Then after some time it breaks down. Then disappears. Forgotten. How many things you have forgotten in life? When it's how many things you have forgotten in life? When it must have been happening, you want to shoot, kill, destroy everybody or kill yourself. But when it's become memory, what do you say? Yes, that is why old people, what I was going through now, young man is going through. Yes, yeah, that's right. You have become old now. Because you see, what you have gone through, same thing the other fellow is going through now. Even if you try your best to tell your children, don't make that mistake, they will make the same mistake, they have to get out of it. Their children also will continue the same thing. Complete. So every thought also, Jara Marana Moksha. Please. It has a beginning, old age and death. Moksha is where there is no beginning, no growth, no old age, no death. Yourself. Moksha. That is your self-awareness. So in order to see that, Ye mama sritya vartante, those who hold on to me and start. Please understand this point today. Somebody can start with Ishvara. Mama sritya vartante. Listen. If you are a thinking type, you can start with yourself. Aham. Atma, who I am. But suppose you don't have that. That is where comes your devotion, bhakti, a devotion type. A bhakti with which you start, a devotion with which you start with the Ishvara. You start with the Ishvara, bhakti. With the God you start. And when you start with the God, then you see what this God is totality all about. When you see the totality, what it is all about, then in that totality you give up yourself. You completely give up yourself. Bhakti also is good. Bhakti devotion, in the devotion you start, and then in the totality you give up yourself completely. Okay, when you give up yourself completely, then what happens? Again you, in the totality when your body is given, in totality your mind is given, you are also being with yourself. But that understanding must be there. That is why even devotion is very helpful, but the devotion also must be backed with certain knowledge. Then it becomes, in devotion ends up with the absolute knowledge. Just like knowledge ends up with absolute devotion, devotion also can end up with the knowledge. So you can go from knowledge to devotion. You can go also from devotion to knowledge. That is why there are two mudras. You shall see Jnana Mudra. This is Jnana Mudra. Jnana Mudra where the ahankar is completely with the thumb. Together, they are there. Makes it complete. This is ahankar, one with it. The bhakti, surrender is like this. Here this mudra, when this finger goes to this, is a full round. Devotion is here, surrender. This is stick, this is half reaches it here. This is mudra is devotion. Where this goes here like that, this goes here like that. Are you getting that, please? Very, very clearly. There's a difference between the two. Beautiful. So you can go from the knowledge to the devotion. You can go from the devotion to the knowledge. Okay. Now, Bhagavan asks, Arjuna asked that question. So when he puts that idea, the person who knows himself, such a person knows all these things clearly. What is Brahman, what is Adhyatma, what is Karma, what is Adhibhuta, what is Adhyagya, and how he remembers me even at the last moment of life. All these things become very clear. So Arjuna now catches on and asks this question. Oh Lord, please tell me, Kim tad Brahma? What is that Brahman? There is nothing to... How do I explain a question? Explaining a question will be answered later on. So he says, Kim tad Brahma? What is Brahman? Kim Adhyatma? What is Adhyatma? Purushottama Kim Karma? What is the Karma? Adhibhutam cha Kim? What is Adhibhuta? Adhidaivam cha Kim? What is Adhidaiva? Adhyagya Katham Kotra? What is Adhyagya? Dehesmin, in this body, what is Adhyagya? Prayana Kale cha? When Prayana Kale, when the last moment when the body is going to pass out, O Lord, Katham Gyeyosi, how shall you be known at the end of the life? Please let me know. It's because, please understand now, come back to this beautiful thing, Krishna now answers. Every one of those questions he answers. Everybody answers. You can say, why should I answer the question? Think. Why should he? Again, the same thing. So long, Atma, Brahma, Ishvara, everything. Again, same thing. Brahman, why is it so? As I told you. Because words must be understood very, very clearly. The moment you listen to the word, it must be clear. How do you communicate? Think, how do you communicate? Hey, go there. You understand, go there. Suppose you go there, what is this mentally challenged means what? Person mentally challenged means what? Same thing you say, he doesn't understand. Doesn't understand me, the picture doesn't come. Therefore he is still looking at you. Bring that. Bring what? I told you, no, that car, oh, car. So bring that, now he has to explain him, because he is poor thing, don't understand. The words can play havoc in personal life, because certain times people don't understand it. You know, there was two foreigners who were traveling. They are going to France. The French people don't understand English. So he has gone to a French village, small medieval village, hotel. So these Americans have gone there. And these French people are very hospitable, as usual. So before they come, hello, sir, bienvenue, come here, very welcome to our village, welcome to our hotel. In their little English, everything, as much they know, they come back. Then he says, they were very pleased. Then he said, even we have put your name also. They have put your name also on the in your room. And what is the name? Mr. and Mrs. From your box we got you. So practical. From their box they have found the name. And what is the name? Mr. and Mrs. Genuine Cowhide. The box is made out of cowhide, cow leather. So he says, we have put your name also, sir. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Genuine Cowhide. Now, poor thing. He did what he thought his name will be. You can't blame him, no? Can you? Like when American professor comes to England and he says, Do you allow your students to smoke in the class? He said, of course not, certainly not. In America, you can do all that nonsense. In any class, you can sit down with a tea, coffee also. Some fellows will be doing some nonsense. Anyway, so he says, do you allow people to smoke? Certainly not. What about a drink? Absolutely not. What about dates? What about dates? Oh, certainly they can have dates, but as long as they don't eat too many. The American is talking date na, dating a girl, dating a boy. Do you allow dating a girl, dating a boy? But he doesn't understand dating means that. So he thinks dating means eating dates. So he said, certainly, yes. It's no problem, but as long as you don't eat too many. He speaks something, this man, same language, you see, date. Somebody thinks date means only food and the fruit. Other fellow dating means relating to a boy or a girl. I myself did not understand when 7 years back when I was in some country, my host comes and introduces me to everywhere comes, Swamiji, my friend, right. The other person comes and says, me and my partner. Me, my partner. Me, my partner. So I thought, then after 2-3 introductions in 3-4 days, then I said, what, you have got only business friends, huh? He said, why? He said, everybody comes with his partners. Said, Swamiji, partner means not business partner. Partner means he living together. So I was thinking they're all business partners. Even in India, partner means what? Partner means a person who is doing... that is what the original meaning of the... Original meaning of the English word is partner means a person who participates with you in a business or in a crime, doesn't matter. A partner in crime, partner in anything. But now the partner means living in girlfriend, living in boyfriend. The word has changed, so you don't understand. The other person says, oh, he's a cool cat. I'm not a cat. He is making a slang. The cat means boy. Chick means girl. These things have gone chick. What is it? Chick? Chicken or chicken? Chick means chicken. Now you say, oh, gorgeous chick. Now what is gorgeous chick? Then you look for the chicken. What are the chicken? Which is gorgeous? Words have changed. Now, when these, please understand, it's a very beautiful, because the words have similar meaning, what do? You are confused. So when the right word is used, it must be given the right meaning. Some people cannot take the whole. They have to go by part. So you start with part by part, then connect it up to the whole. Depends on the person's mind. It's just like one fellow was eating, he was staying in somebody's house, living in their house, and he's living in guest, and like a house guest. So he was going to office, so he was hungry. He told the house lady that I want something. He said, okay, gave him a sandwich. He said, working too much, 1 is not enough, 2 not enough, 3. So 1 sandwich, second sandwich, third sandwich, fourth sandwich. Young fellow, he almost eat 10 sandwiches. So when this lady made 10 sandwiches every day, he was giving. Now it was enough for him. But for lady, it was too much of work. So what the lady did, he brought a big loaf of bread, the long one, long loaf of bread, cut it in the middle, spread the bread, spread the vegetables, spread everything, wrap it up in one thing, gave it away. And then this man says, what? Again you are back to 1. Why are you laughing? Because whether it is 15 or 1, you say 1 in 15, 15 in 1. Both are one and the same. But 1 he doesn't understand, 15 he understands. Brahman, people don't understand. Atma, body, mind, thought, oh, I understand. Brahman, what is this? May not be able to understand. So, you go from part by part. Deliberately I am telling you all this. Now you are sufficiently relaxed, right? Okay, now you can understand this. Very beautifully see. Complete, that picture you see, you must be complete picture. So much so, teaching must be real fun. Teaching must be fun. It's not a serious matter, please. Yes, it's a very, very serious matter. If suppose his operation is going on there, it will be very serious matter because life and death there. Now suppose here what happens? By chance you don't understand, are you going to die? Nothing will happen. You will be confused. Therefore again confusion can be also fixed, no problem. But watch out. See it yourself. Do you like to be confused for the rest of your life? Never again. This is where the teacher is so responsible. And the person also must be ready for listening to this. Or else it will be like in a wildlife chase. It's like a wild goose chase. Like in a wildlife, like that boy, what is his name? Columbus. Columbus discovered America. But until he died, he believed he had gone to India. That's why Indian. Until the last moment, he did not understand that he has discovered America. He thought he has reached India. So he died, they say died with an idea as though he has discovered India. Same thing. Many people will be thinking, I saw one red light between my eyebrows and that is Brahman. He died. He dies with that idea. I had a sensation in my spine and that is enlightenment. He dies with that idea. Because he doesn't want to expose himself. Whatever little freaky or funny experience the person has got, he considers that particular experience because that is what the teacher has said. The teacher has said, if you see a light in your chest or a light in between eyebrows or somewhere in the top of your head, if something happens, then the person imagines that and he thinks he has understood. It's like living with a delusion. Whereas being yourself is not a delusion. Are you getting that? You understand yourself so clearly and that is what reflected in your life. Reflected in your life. Absolute strength. What is that we saw? Vidya amrutamasnude. Atmana vindate viryam. Vidya amrutamasnude. In Kathopanishad also we saw that. Atmana vindate viryam. You get the strength by the knowledge of yourself. That viryam is real viryam. That is the real strength. Other strength is not strength. The strength of your land is not your strength. Strength of your money is not your strength. Strength of your job is not your strength. Strength of your body is not your strength. Strength of your anything is not your strength. Because if you depend upon something for your strength, when that something is weakened, you finished. You are depending on something. That something becomes your weakness. And even if your wealth lasts, your body cannot, that wealth cannot protect your body, then it becomes useless. Are you getting that? Not only what you are leaning on something. When you are leaning on something, suppose your body cannot take up the weight of your body, that becomes useless. Or that is strong, but your body is collapsing. It will not make you alive. So both way it becomes a disaster. It's a helpless situation. Whereas Atmana Vindate Viryam, when you see you are the strength itself, you are the truth itself, you are the life itself, and it's not a delusion. Why? Because you see very clearly, as much I use my thought, that may use myself, the consciousness. There is a distance between the thought, and a distance means, understand, distance not space-wise. Thought is there, consciousness is there. Thought is in consciousness, but there is, you can say, arrival. The thoughts arrive in consciousness. Are you getting that point, please? The thoughts arrive in consciousness. You are there, but thoughts were not there. That is where you score. Do you understand? So can you handle your mind? That is the most important thing of life. If this is not understood, forget it. Don't waste your time. You understand? The thoughts come. That is why at no time the thoughts can put you on hold. They come. I am always there. It's like my house. Anything that comes has to go. It's my house. So shall I be afraid or the guest should be afraid? Huh? Just think of it. In your house, you should be afraid of losing the house, or the person who is visiting the house should be afraid of losing the house. Because he is going. It's my house. The person should go. Same thing. I am my house. I am the consciousness. My house and me are one and the same. In me, the house of consciousness, thoughts are guests. They come, they go. How can thought hold me? That is where it becomes colonialism. Apartheid. Are you getting that? The colonial means what? The fellow comes for business and overtakes. So you are colonizing, allowing yourself to be colonized inside. The thought comes and takes over consciousness. So as long as you have been colonizing yourself, you have been a slave of your thought, what are you? Are you free man? You have allowed yourself to be colonized. And who establishes that colony? Not somebody. Your thought does it. And who gives that power to the thought? Wrong thought. Wrong thinking, wrong teaching. Make you a slave out of a master. Though you are the genuine master, but you have become a slave of a thought. That is why if your speech is uncontrollable, your action is uncontrollable, your every interaction is uncontrollable, what type of life is that? Hey, by chance you can always miss something, little somewhere. But ultimately, you must know what you are doing. Ultimately what happens? So that you don't have to repent for what you are doing. Of course, a person who licks his own wound, he shall say, oh, it doesn't matter, I am wounded, so what? You are just showing some bravado. But in deep inside you are affected. That type of thing, strength should be there, where you are not touched by anything. Why? I am the master. A discovered fact. You see it for yourself because Vidya Amritamasnude. By this knowledge you get immortality. By your strength you get absolute strength. So it must be clear. Very clear. Therefore, Bhagavan now explains. What is that word? Kim tad Brahma, Kim Adhyatmam. Very clear. Now again, Bhagavan says, how he replies, Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhava Adhyatmam Uchyade. Again here also begin with the second half, then the first half. Start with Svabhava Adhyatmam Uchyade. What is Atma? What is Adhyatmam? Svabhava Swasya Bhava. That is one's own self. Svabhava Adhyatmam Uchyade. Who you are. If you want to give it a name, Atma, don't say you are Atma. This is a wrong language. Don't say, are you getting that point? Do you understand this subtle difference between the two? Don't say you are Atma. No. Who you are, you want to give a name to yourself? Atma. You don't like that word Atma? No. Alpha. No, I want to create a new word. What? Ruru. Okay. It's okay. Do you understand? Because you are a nameless entity. Or else there will be a fighting between the words. I am telling you Atman, you are Atma. The fellow says, no, I am me. That's what I am talking about. No, you insist he must use the word Atma only. Why should he use the word Atma? If there is no Sanskrit word, no truth disappears. Huh? Just think. But same time, if each one starts giving a name, how do you communicate? Therefore, there is a name already given. Okay, I see myself, then associate myself with that name. You see yourself, then associate it with the name. Don't hold on to name and try to fit in. That is why you can give. That's why you can give a correct answer according to information. You can give a correct answer, but your life is wrong. Your living is wrong. Your answer is correct, but your living is wrong because you are repeating a word. Right word. Right word is used. Just think of it. But you don't understand what you are talking. Right word is used, but you don't understand what you are talking. Like one, one English couple, the father, mother and child, they went to visit Switzerland. So they went Swiss mountains. They all talk about Swiss mountains are so beautiful and Swiss mountaineers are very strong. They climb mountains and all that. So this young man, when he saw the mountain and that, he was so inspired by that speech. I mean, those are study things he had studied in the school. Brought a rope, brought a pickaxe, brought a shoes, everything, and then started to want to climb the mountain. The mother, mortified. Because, so big mountains, and this fellow, stupid thing, is starting now with few lessons, somewhere starting. Then he says, when he comes out of the house, because they had taken a chalet near the mountain, the son is already in the mountain, climbing. Then the mother said, what the blooming thing you are doing? Get down right now. He said, no, Mama, I want to climb. I want to climb. He said, all right, you can climb, But when you fall from that height and break both your legs, don't start running to me. So, when you fall down and break both your legs, don't start running to me. What do you understand? Definitely he is telling something, but does he really know what he is talking? Because he is falling. If both the legs are broken, now what running come? So like that people teach Brahman, Atman, words, trying to fit in somewhere. No! It must be clear. First you must Adhyatma, understand. Swabhava, Adhyatma uchyate, Swabhava. What is the idea about yourself? Who are you? If you go on to that, who are you? Now you already, these are in Tattva classes, okay? Who am I? So you shift the I from the riches to your body, to your senses, to your thought, to the I thought, disappears in the meaning of the word I. Who you are. That's Swabhav. That one, you want to name? Atma. Adhyatma. Atmanam adhikritya. For everybody. Who I am, who you are, who she is, who he is, everything is one and the same. That is why Sarvabhutastham Atmanam Pashyadi. Atmanam Sarvabhutastham Pashyadi. She is himself in all the beings. Whoever says I mean the same thing. You add something to it, it is no more same thing. Are you getting that? When you say I, man can say, woman can say, child can say, friend can say, old can say, young can say, even a parrot can say, whoever can speak. You say the word I, it means same. Add something to it, I am young, old people out, young babies are out. I am 27, only you, or 27 age group, not others. Everybody falls up. You add something to the I, division begins. Are you getting that? And that division is workable division. It should be there. Are you getting that? Here the diversity and division is not a crime. Here diversity and division is a blessing. The differences have to be there. That is why you don't try to homogenize. Try to, everybody must be young, everybody must be this. No. You know yourself, be yourself. Thereafter, differences will exist. Where? At your body level, thought level, every level differences will be there. It will be a functional difference. This is me. What my hand can do, my leg cannot do. What my finger can do, the whole hand cannot do. What my stomach will do, my nose will not do. What my nose can do, the eyes cannot do. But all things together, me. Everything is me. So what a beautiful thing. Are you getting that? In me itself, so many differences. When my own tongue bites when my own tooth bites my tongue, do I knock the tooth? When your own leg goes onto the another leg, do you cut your leg? You hit your leg? That is where comes your compassion. If somebody does it, so what? It's all right. I take it. Yes, thereafter, inside you are undisturbed, but outside you have to show it off. Why? Or the child will not learn. This person doesn't think that way. Therefore, that is why your behavior is exact like acting. Continuously are acting, not reacting. Reaction means persist, continues. Action means boom, boom. Cuts. Over, occasion is over, mood is over. Reaction is, if anything lingers in your mind, after you say something, after you do something, suppose that lingers in your mind. For some people, not one day, one lifetime. I can never forget, the fellow has told me. Lifetime enemy. My son talking to me like that, my daughter talking to me like that, my wife, one thought. It's like a wasp. It makes a bore in your head and you stay there. I'll do everything, but I cannot forget this one. My son insulting me. Oh. So you are a father, huh? Then what about Brahman now? I'm a father. So your father is much more, your being a father is much more important to you than your being yourself. Your being a mother is much more important to you than your being yourself. Your being a lover or a beloved is much more important than yourself. That is why people commit suicide. No. My son said that, how can I take it? My daughter, no, my lover, my brother, my husband, my wife did that. How can I take this, take that? When can you say that? When somebody can somebody say that? The moment somebody says that, your role is different from the actor is different from the role. But that role has become more important than the actor. When the role becomes more important than the actor, what does it mean? Paityam, insanity begins. When a role becomes more important than the actor, what does it mean? Insanity, madness begins. Why? Because it comes out of the stage and still behaves like Ravana. Huh? Dasasira, with all the... Hey, remove that. No. I have 10 heads. Don't ever touch it. Now suppose a fellow comes out after the Ramayana is over, when you want to take away his other 9 heads, he refuses to give it up. What do? Take him home or psychiatric hospital? After Ramayana is over, he is still insisted that Hanuman, you set fire on his tail and he must go and put a fire on every house. Now what do? To that fellow, you don't put him into, you don't take him to house, nor you get angry with him. You get angry with him or sympathize with him? With a mad person, you get angry or sympathize? Sympathize. And what do? Take him to a hospital. To a sick man, you don't get angry. To a sick man, you take him to a hospital. Why? Let him be cured. You are laughing at that person, but you are not laughing at yourself. Your role is taking over the actor. Your thought is taking over you. That is why when you clearly understand this, every moment of your life you become very, very analytical and critical. What am I doing? Teacher teaches and job, finish over. Thereafter your teaching begins inside you. That is why contemplation is a personal teaching to yourself. When you contemplate, it's a personal teaching continuously going on. You are the teacher now. Because this idea is inside. The one part of you is listening to this, other part of it is functioning. The habitual part is continuously talking. Now this part is now reminding, hey, what is this you are doing? Allow the other one to overtake. Now the habitual I takes over the truth. It's like you are hijacked. Helplessly hijacked. That time what should you do? Don't go out. Sit down. Because when you are hijacked, when you are under the spell of a reaction, if you talk, you will talk wrong things. You will make a greater mess. That is why when the people get angry, people get angry and upset, and that time they want to do something. What happens? The whole family holds them together. Now he is angry. The neighbor has told something, he is very angry. And then when he goes there, he knows, the wife knows, children know, this man will go and hit him, kill him, do many things. So they hold him. Don't go. Lock the door. Put him in the room. Pacify him. When he cools down, then he says, all right. If they had not held him, what would have done? He would have gone out, shot somebody and come. Bigger mess. That is how you can see people creating huge mess in life. What for? Unconscious behavior. That's Adhyatma. Start with Atma. So, are you getting that? Who you are is named Atma. Do you understand that difference? Who you are. If you want to give it a name, don't say your Atma. What is your Atma? What is this Atma I am? First, are you getting that? Listen carefully. Oh, it's beautiful. I have told you, you see it. Suppose without showing you the flower, I say, this is hibiscus. Hibiscus is a name. Listen carefully. Hibiscus is a name. I said, this is hibiscus. What is this? This is hibiscus. It's a finger. But he said, this is hibiscus. It's a finger. How can this be hibiscus? Or you go back with a misunderstanding, my finger is like a flower. My finger is like a hibiscus. You are Atma. So you go back with like a Rakshas, like Virochana. Virochana and Indra both went to Brahaspati to learn. And he says, go and see in the well. Look at the well and come. They both went to the well and come back. He said, what you saw, that is Atma. So then the Virochana saw that. So I saw myself. So this is Atma, body is Atma. He thought teaching is over, he went away. Then Indra says, comes back and says, how can you say that is Atma? But that is going on changing. That is only a body. That is changing. I am always there. He said, okay, that by which you see. That is. So he goes on teaching. Thought, go unto himself. So same thing, you say, this is Atma. What is this? First I must show what is this. Are you getting that? So now this is now in front of you. This is hibiscus. So first you know what it is, then only give it a name. Difficult to understand, huh? Are you getting the point? First you see what is, then only you give it a name. A name doesn't create anything. That is why teaching is useless. Familiarity to words, familiarity to words, familiarity to words. It means nothing. That is why people don't change. They don't change. They pick up informations. But when you see, and then a name is given, oh my God, this is what it is. So, Svabhava, Adhyatma Muchyate. Svabhava, first know yourself, your nature, who you are. Absolute meaning of the word I. Refer to Tattvabodh classes, okay? That is Atma. You want to give it a name? Atma. The same Atma, the consciousness here, they are everywhere. Aksharam Brahma Paramam. This is Paramam. The same thing which is everywhere. Where? Consciousness, Desha, Kala, Vastu, Paricheda, Shunyam, Paramam. It is available at all times. Childhood, youth, old age, waking, dream, deep sleep. Not only for you, but also for everybody. You carry your body wherever you go. Consciousness you don't carry. It is you are in consciousness. You are consciousness. Thoughts can go on changing. Same consciousness. Do you differentiate? Are you getting that? The moment you see that distance, enormous strength comes from you. Enormous strength. Then you choose to be naughty. No problem. When you choose to be naughty, you are not nuts. That is why Krishna's all naughtiness is absolute game. Leela. All naughty. But total is like a... What can I say? If you are consciously doing it to entertain somebody, how people like it? Have you played with a child ever? Don't think, this is below my dignity. No. Suppose the child pushes you, you fall down. How the child feel? Very happy. Playing with the children. One third standard student, son, child was there in somebody's house, I was there. He learned that trick from the school and he has come back. So he wants to experiment with everybody. Swamiji, he says, Swamiji, can you play with me? I said, okay. So I am holding my hand, he holding my hand. He's trying to push it. I said, oh, he's so happy. Very happy. Why? He fell down. Now what happens to me? Suppose you say, playing with children, look at that as a baby. That is what it is. Can you be a baby with a baby? Young with young. Idiots with idiots. One fellow, he was a professor in the university. So somebody asked him, sir, shall I call you professor or doctor? Because he is a PhD also. Shall I call you professor or shall I call you doctor? Then he said, don't worry, anything will be fine. Even some people call me idiot. Then he says, yes, they know you too well, therefore. Very innocently the person says, I can't do that because they know you too well. I still don't know you. You can play with anybody. If you are, genuinely naughty, everybody will like you. Your naughtiness also is accepted. Why? Because in that naughtiness there is no poison. Krishna, what is the story goes in Bhagavatam, the Vyasa was walking down, Shuka was also walking down. When Vyasa and Shuka were walking down, Shuka moves always naked. Shuka is always naked. And Vyasa is an old man, that is story they going. Then there is a group of women bathing in the water. When they were bathing, when the Vyasa passing that way, they all dipped themselves in the water. When Shuka comes out, they all come out naked and prostrate. Then Vyasa is surprised. I am an old man and you are hiding from me, and he is a young fellow. But Shuka doesn't have that idea. So the person feels free. And you have some naughty idea and go to some people, they will run from you because you have naughty idea. Suppose you know somebody is going to take your money, will you show the money? Whatever you show, suppose you see something, you show somebody, hey, you see, this one I like it. Oh, it is so nice. Can I have one? The person gets the message. Next time onwards, he will not show you anything good. Why? Whatever you show, he also wants one. But suppose you share with somebody, you have the best diamonds, best jewelry, best everything, only appreciate. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really happy for you. So nice. The next time the person will show you much more interesting thing. Why? Because you don't want. But the moment you want to possess, you want to want, what will it say? Ah, Anda, I'm going. Comes from you. It all comes from you. Your thoughts, can you handle? Brahman, Paramam. Desha kala vastu parichita sunyam. All times, all places, in all conditions, everywhere, which is everywhere. So, a thought doesn't hijack. And what it is? Aksharam, imperishable. Naksharati, naksharati. Doesn't ever diminish, perish, imperishable, ever existing. That if you want to give it a name, understand. Are you getting that? Like Swabhavam, you know your nature, you want to give it a name. Atma. That which is same thing, self, meaning of the word Atma, consciousness, here, there, everywhere, all pervasive. You want to give it a name? Brahman. So now you understand the thing? Two words for two different dimensions. Wave, ocean. The same water, little bit water, wave. The total water, ocean. So wave is the name of the individual water. Ocean is the name of the total water. But water it is. Consciousness here is, if you want to name it, Atma. Consciousness everywhere is, if you want to name it, Brahman. But all both are one and the same. Are you getting that? But two different names. Why? Individual standpoint, total standpoint. Are you getting that point, please? So, Aksharam, and this is imperishable at all times, all places, all conditions. So, Atma Aksharam, I mean Brahman not only Aksharam, Atma also Aksharam. Meaning of the word Atma, meaning of the word Brahman, both one and the same consciousness. But Brahman, macrocosm, Atma, micro in individual. So, two names. So, be very specific. Even though Atma, Brahma point, same thing. Atma, micro. Brahman means all pervasive. If you are very particular on words, of course, once you are used to this, Atma has a Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan, iti sabdati, call it Atma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, everything, one and the same thing. But this is for the master, person who learns it, people who know it, between them then talk. They can use any word, interchange, exchange, no problem. But when you are talking to a novice, don't use the word frivolously. It must be done. It's just like when you are a top driver. Do you go through first gear, second gear? When you are learning, first gear. Don't go to second gear straight. First gear. Then second gear, then third, then fourth. Sometimes let the pickup speed. But when you are a master driver, in 1 second you are already gone from first to fourth. So the hand and go, so the light and go, anything, because it just matter, you are top driver. So words, very careful. So here, do you understand? So one Brahman, Atma, so kim Brahma, kim tad Brahma, kim Adhyatmam, both, you understand. Then what is karma? Bhuta bhavodbhavakaraha visarga karma sangita. So from this stand, please see, first it talks about the formless absolute. Brahman, all-pervasive, Atma, here in one place. Now, this body, how does it come? Bhuta bhava udbhavakara. Bhuta bhava, bhutanam bhava, bhuta bhava. The existence of the bhuta, all the beings, tasya udbhava. Bhuta bhavodbhava tam karoti iti bhutat bhavakara. One or that something which is responsible for the birth of a body. That is brings in karma, karma sangitam. According to your karma, a particular body is taken. Karma. Type of body, type of life, type of everything. Karma sangitam. Karma theory, as we have seen again, Tattvabodhana classes, very beautifully explains. To explain the creation, karma is brought in. Understand? Karma is brought in to explain certain things. Because if you talk from the standpoint of Brahman, forget talking. After that, don't talk. What is there? Once you say water, why talk about wave and ocean? But since I am living with the wave, okay, let us talk about wave. Let us talk about the ocean. It's fine. But if you hold on to standpoint of the water all the time, what wave and ocean? That is why when you are with yourself and all the time that with yourself, then very functional behavior. Very functional. It's so clear it becomes your life is free from any type of tension, any type of anxiety, any type of anything. Apparent anxiety comes in. Apparent anxiety. What is the apparent anxiety? Suppose you are going, oh, rain is coming. Okay, you can take it. But suppose there are 100 children. I just now came from, Orissa. Continuously 3 days rain. 72 hours. Continuous, huh? Continuous. Either it is heavy or it is drizzling. But non-stop. Sometimes it drizzle, sometimes it, like just like kunda, the thoda, just sprinkles, like that. Very tiny drop. Sometimes boom, boom, boom. Heavy rain. Continue. Okay. Enjoy. But you look at the children in the school. Can you enjoy? No umbrella. Coming. Take the food, staying here, eating food there. Run in there then. They have to wash their own plate, come out. And by the time they finish everything, come back, fully drenched. Maybe there is no second shirt. Maybe there is no dry bed sheet. So you cannot say, Brahman, the play of Brahman. Don't be insensitive. For you, it deep within, yes, play of Brahman. But immediately, that must be taken care. That is where comes jnana, this knowledge must be kriyavan. Yastu kriyavansa panditaha. One who knows it, but in every action, this knowledge is reflected. Can you function without anxiety? It takes a tremendous mind to do that. When you are with yourself, like being the eye of the cyclone, you are with yourself, but taking care of the problems are taking. That's happening naturally. It will happen. It has to be taken care. Understand? Both. Anyway, so this karma theory explains very clearly why something somewhere. To explain the differences. Same father, same mother, different children. Why? The same person, sometimes working, heavy, no result. Sometimes nothing does, it comes up. Why? This is where, in this life, if you don't see any immediate reason, you go back to the past life. Remember that example when explaining the karma I was talking to you. If your stomach is upset, you look back. You don't look at future. If my stomach is upset now, you don't see the cause in future. For no obvious reason, now your stomach is upset. You have eaten good food in breakfast, good food in lunch. There is no reason why their stomach should be upset, but the stomach is upset. Then what do? You look back. Last night, yesterday, night before, day before, you catch it. I ate that nonsense, old vadai, oily, stale food. You catch it. Now you are very healthy, suddenly you are falling sick. You are nice, married person, nice married couple, everything, marriage, everything, whatever. Suddenly you fall sick. What happened? Diagnosed with AIDS. Hey, wife is good, husband is good, everything was nice. What happened? Then the fellow remembers, I had gone there. I had one encounter somewhere. Ayyo. Result. Karma. Are you getting that? Clear example. You see something somewhere, one day, result is coming sometimes. Sometimes the result is straight. Right. Why my head is reeling? I took good food, why the head is reeling? Oh, some fellow smoking there. Some people doing something there. As fellow is eating pan parag. Right. Yesterday it happened to me, day before. I was in some place, their garage is connected to a house. And the bathroom, there is a window there. The garage is just outside the bathroom. The person was taking out the car, and for almost 15 minutes, because it has not been driven for a long time. So he was charging the battery, going like that, then it comes out. Then after, when I have to now get ready, the car is ready, I have to go. Then I say, okay, I'll go to the bathroom and come back. When I open the thing, stinks. I came out, because the chemical. I said, what a bathroom stinking like, what is this? Came back. I said, why? I called the man, I said, why this bathroom is like so, like a chemical? Then he said, oh, Swami, that car. I said, Adappa. Why? Why should headache come? No reason why I should have headache. Why this is coming? That one, you find the reason in the past. Karma theory explains these things clearly. As to why somebody, same life, same father, same mother, same food, same house, same school, but one is very successful, other is a waste. Karma. So because of karma only? No, human being also purusartha. Same father, same mother, drunk, one fellow become drunk. Same father, same mother, other fellow is wonderful. Why? Don't say it's karma, destiny. There is a karma, but there is also purusartha. For a human being, there is an effort. Because if you take poison, my destiny will save me. How? I get drunk, then I say my destiny will prevent me from being alcoholic. How? And you don't drink and you say your destiny will make you alcoholic. If you don't drink, how can your destiny make you alcoholic? You don't drink, you can have non-alcoholic cirrhosis of liver. You have not drunk, you have not touched a drop, non-alcoholic cirrhosis, karma vyadhi. It can happen. You have not committed anything to get it, but you got it. can happen. Anyway, so that is which is responsible for the body. That is karma sangita. And then what else it is? Just read it, we shall see in the afternoon. Adibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushascha adiyagyo hame vatre dehe deha vrutambara adibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushascha adiyagyo hame vatre dehe deha vrutambara. We shall finish this one. It's very easy, comes with it. Just think, evening we shall see another topic altogether. Adibhutam ksharo bhava. Adibhutam. What is adibhutam pranijatam adhikritya bhavati iti adibhuta. That which is bhutanam adhikritya vartate. Adibhutam. All the beings, all the living, non-living things, what are they? Their nature is ksharo bhava. Yat kinchit bhava means yat kinchit vastu janimat asti. Whatever something is existing, kshara bhava. The nature is ksharati, vinashi. It is continuously changing. Those are known as the bhuta. So your body also bhuta. The whole creation is bhuta. Pancha mahabhuta. Are you getting that? Your mind also, thought also, bhuta. Why? Ksharo bhava. Anything that is ksharati, bhuta. Only Brahma, aksharam. Aksharam Brahma. Na ksharati iti akshara. Aksharam Brahma param. Na ksharati. That does not. So, both you can see, kshara as well as akshara. The trouble comes is, when you expect the kshara to be akshara. When you expect the perishing, changing, dying body to be imperishable, changeless, deathless. When you expect the perishing, changing, dying thoughts to be imperishable, changeless, deathless. Perishing, changing relationship, you want to be imperishable, changeless. It will not happen. You understand? Your own wrong expectations destroys you. Your own wrong expectations destroy. Nobody destroys you. Please understand. You are disappointed because you had false expectation. It's like expecting a child to score 90 when the fellow cannot score 30%. And then you say, I'm disappointed in you. The fellow cannot study. What is there to be disappointed? He cannot. That is how he is. There should not be disappointment. What should be there is, okay, that much he is, give him that much to do. Don't put him in a better position. One who can climb faster, give him a job in third, fourth floor. One who cannot climb, give him a job in the first floor. Then I want him to put on the top, don't kill him. Then you are planning to kill him or to employ him. Kill him, then give him the third floor. Employ him, give him first floor. So some people can do, some people cannot. So you know, so don't say I'm disappointed in you. Why disappointed? If you have, they say nicely, if you have appointment, you will have a disappointment. If you have no appointment with future, there is no disappointment with anything. You have no appointment with somebody, there is no disappointment. But if you have an appointment, this is how a person should behave, the fellow does not. It doesn't work that way. This is how the person should be. It doesn't work that way. That is how the person is. That is how the person behaves. That is how the person is. You take a car which cannot go beyond 100 kilometers. Then you want to put it for 150. You are stupid or car is stupid? You must know. That is why understand the nature of everything. Bhuta, adibhuta, kshara bhava. all it is. That we shall call as a bhuta, which bhava, that is that which is existing, kshara, all continuously changing. So clearly you can see kshara, akshara. Do you see that? Kshara, only imperishable is your self-consciousness. Call it Brahma, Atma. Rest, akshara. And rest is kshara. Ksharati. Purushascha adhidaivatam. Purushascha adhidaivatam. What is Purusha? Two meanings, very nice. Purnam anena sarvamiti Purusha. Purushayanatva Purusha. Both the meanings, Brahma, Atma. The Purusha is a beautiful word in Sanskrit. One word which gives you both macro and micro. That is a Purusha, one word is a Mahavakya. Mahavakya means, Tat Tvam Asi, Ekartha Bodhaka Vakya. Tat Sabda, Tat Tvam Asi, all the three meaning one and the same. Aham, Brahma, Asmi, all the means are same thing. Aham, I, Brahman, Absolute, Asmi, isness, all one and the same. Pragyanam, Brahma, both one and the same. Purusham also, both. There is macrocosm, microcosm, total, individual, both are there. Purnam anena sarvamiti Purusha. That by which everything is pervaded. Since everything is pervaded, Purishayanat, it is available in this body. So Purishayanat, in this Puri is also there. That is why Puri Jagannath. The name of the place is Puri. And who is staying there? Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. Pure symbolism. Body is, everybody is Puri. Dehi is Jagannath. Jagannath, the God of the universe, is existing here. So where shall you go, Puri? To see Jagannath, where should you go? Puri. Are you getting that? To see Jagannath, so where should you go? You are a Puri. You are the Puri. Jagannath is like Kashi Panchagam, you saw, no? Puri is here, Jagannath is here. This is life. What is this is understanding. What is living? Have fun. Let's go to Puri. Why? Mahaprasad, laddu, sweet, such architecture, sea beach, cool breeze, dirt, bulls, hundreds of bulls. So many things are there. Yeah? Let's go see. Why? So imperishable, if you are imperishable, why don't you enjoy the perishable nature and die? This is where life comes. Celebration. I am immortal. Enjoy mortality. Don't suffer mortality. Enjoy mortality and go for as long as it is there. The past which is gone, no meaning. Future is yet to come, no meaning. Present is here. Make best use of it. But what do? Interference of past in the present, anxiety for the future in the present. The present is getting lost all the time. How brilliant. Huh? Enjoy being here and now. Puri. Purushasya adhidaivatam. So sweet. Every moment is divine. Understand? That is what it is. So, Purushasya adhidaivatam. This is the Purusha, which is in you. Devata, the God in you. Adhibhutam, adhidaivikam, adhibhutam, adhyatmam. Three languages you say adhyatma, adhibhut, that Santi, no? Adhyatmika, adhibhautika, adhidaivika. All the three things are here. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. In there means Atmanam adhikritya vartate. There is not the absolute, but your body, adhibhuta, all the creation, adhidaiva, Ishvara, unknown. But here, adhibhuta, adhyatma, adhidaiva. Hey Arjuna, I am here all the time. I am in your body, I am the body. In me, you are also existing. Purusha, that which is Purna Manena Sarvam, all pervasive, Purushayanat, available in this body, that is me, Adhibhuta. In that, I am the Adhyagya. Adhyagyo hamevatra dehe dehavrutambara heva. Dehavrutambara, hey, you are the king among the dehavrutambara. Dehavrut, those who fill the body. Meaning, you are at this moment with the body. And you are the Dehabrutam dehe aham adhyagya. Dehabrutam dehe. In the one who at this moment associated with that body considers himself a jiva, in that body, aham adhyagya. What is adhyagya? Adhyagya means where Sarva Yagya Abhimanini Devata. Yagyo by Vishnu. They call Yagyo by Vishnu. Yagya and Vishnu are the same. And everything is offered to me. Objects are offered into the fire of sense organ. The fire of sense organ in turn offer those sensations to the fire of mind. The fire of mind, all the thoughts are offered in turn to the fire of knowledge, consciousness. Brahma, Vishnu, call it Vishnu. Vyapakatvad Vishnu, all pervasive yajna. So it's a continuous sacrifice taking place. So your living is a continuous yajna, ritual, sacrifice. Asmin dehe yajna. Yajno hi, all these different types of rituals that you do, I am the yajna, I am the ritual. I am the one unto which everything is sacrificed. So please see, what is, clearly, Adhyatma, Atma. Brahma, yourself. Kim tad Brahma kidatma kim Adhyatmam. Then karma, of that which bring this body, apparently. Then, Adhibhuta, anything that is perishing, dying, Adhibhuta. Akshara, Brahma. Other than that, everything is Kshara. Purushascha Adhidevatam. That is Purusha, which is available in all forms, as well as sleeping in this body. Devata in this. And that is indeed Adhyagya. In that. So everything is divine. Everything is consciousness. Call it Ishvara, call it consciousness. Understand that seeing it, give it a name. See it, Atma. Then see that same thing everywhere, Brahman. You want to give it a name? Bhuta, Adhibhuta. Sleeping in this body, the consciousness, Devata, to which everything is sacrificed, Vishnu, Yajna. So, what is your name now? Are you Atman? Yes. Brahma? Yes. Purusha? Yes. Devata? Yes. Yajna? Yes. Karma? Yes. Who are you? Everything here. Only Ishvara. Are you the only one? Everything in this universe. Same thing. You don't have to imagine, you don't have to expand, extend. As it is. Beautiful. Therefore, celebrate. How do you celebrate? One fellow says, I want to simply sit down and do that. Right? Another fellow says, I want to dance. No? I want to climb a mountain. Do whatever you want, but don't affect somebody's life. You can be very happy. Will you allow your happiness to make somebody unhappy? If you are a happy person, what is that something which you cannot deny yourself for other person's happiness? If I sleep, other person will be disturbed. Therefore, I don't want to sleep. I am carrying my food, but the other person is not carrying his food. If I eat, he will feel uncomfortable. Let's not eat. It's all right. What is so big deal? Sensitivity. Sensitivity. I can have anything, but I choose to have or not to have. Ayo, you understand? If you don't, I will only smile, what else can I do? Okay, close your eyes.